Sorry about that keyboard mash, you guys. Is a little bit late on the James mute button. God, this guy. I love it, by the way.
Who's Jason Tran?
I don't know, but I like that. Wait, what? Who?
Almost keep saying, is that Jason Tran?
I don't know. Sorry, name doesn't sound familiar. But I loved part 2. I think said James plus Mal equals Jamal.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one from earlier. Lots of funny names. Actually, I'd love to see your guys' miss names for James. Tweet them at us at riff_kings on Twitter, and he's at is it SC2 Mal?
SC2 Mal. Yeah.
SC2 Mal. So tag us both and let us know your silly names that are not James's name. And maybe we'll pick a winner for a cool little giveaway, Steam game or something. But it's a fresh best of 3. We're in the winner's match for Hey Look Koreans. And spawning here in the top right corner of the map, it's going to be TCM's Red Zerg player, their only player, Soulkey.
QQ. And on the 7 o'clock position, it's Blue Protoss. Once teammate of Soulkey, it's Rain.
And Rain is opening with cannons. Either a wonderfully good
And Soulkey's
guy.
gonna build hatchery.
I would actually I don't think a hatchery block would be a good choice. It's like the one time it's not good is against like a forge opener, right?
I think he was thinking about it potentially, and then you saw the forge and just went immediately to spawning pool.
You know, there was a series I got to cast a little while ago in the Elima League. It was Yanghua versus True in a best of 7. And I think every game had a hatchery block, like every single game.
It's Yonghua.
Dude, I can't deal with you. It's Yanghua.
No, it's Yonghua.
I'm trying to go as white as I can with the pronunciation as we go further and further into it. But Soulkey doesn't care about this pylon. He just goes straight to the third base. We saw DRG doing this a lot yesterday. Yeah. So I like this move. Actually, some Zerg players have been more inclined to take the gold base if they see this come down too, and that's like one of the hardest things we've seen Protoss players deal with. And I don't know why more Zergs don't, because it always seems like there's a different response. We'll see one guy go for like Void Rays, the next will go for a Blink Stalker all in, but nothing ever seems to be like the most perfect answer to a gold base.
And next season, it's gonna be full of gold bases.
Yeah, but the gold bases on the new maps aren't really that dynamic, I feel. So I'm really curious to see how those are going to play out. I really liked Habitation Station's gold bases because they did inspire some weird cheesy play out of Terran. And if we're going to be completely honest, some of my favorite games for watching MMA take a gold base and then just stomp with it. But all right, so
we're all going to be so sad when MMA and a bunch of other guys leave at the end of this year. Oh,
do they have to go army or?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
But
how long does that work? How does that work exactly? How long do you have to go to the army for? Like, what's the deal with that?
It's 2 years in service, unless you're in certain department differs, but average wise it's about 2 years, and you have to go before you hit 30.
Do you have to go to the army at any point still, or because you were born in Korea, right?
But I'm Canadian, so I don't.
So you got proper citizenship.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like how does that work? Like if you're 30 and you're Korean, but you're living in around the world, like a ne'er-do-well, do they like come and find you and hunt you down? Like,
no,
your country needs you.
They don't. But what would happen is that you pretty much cannot go back to Korea until you hit 35.
Oh, okay.
The system is set that once you're over 35, you're pretty much useless for combat. So they just don't. They just don't accept people when they hit that age.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense why you have to go before you're 30. Well,
yeah.
I do hope that... Well, I mean, the nice thing is we're going to have a couple people hopefully coming back around then, too. I mean, Golden left just this year, so hopefully he won't be gone for too long. And some other folks...
Bomber's thinking about it. He's thinking about coming back to the esports scene as a player because he just loves being... He finds so much love in being a professional gamer. He loves the job.
Well, it helps that everybody loves Bomber too, right?
Yeah, yeah. And he says he's not too sure if he'll be back as a StarCraft 2 player or StarCraft 3 players. Whatever the situation is. Just because he's gonna be that old. Yeah, maybe. He's even considering, if anything, I'll come back as Heroes of the Storm, or Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, Heroes of the Storm.
Well, hopefully this is not the last, I guess it's, whatever, the last hurrah of some, but we still have a whole year ahead of us, so not going to get too teary-eyed about it just yet. As far as this game progresses, though, third base from Soulkey, I mean, he's fully saturated on 3, not that he just took the third, but he actually has a physical third base down. Rain, on the other hand, playing it pretty safe back at home. The War Person comes out first, which is kind of cool to see, We might get some neat harass with the sentries inside of this, but for the most part, you know, he's moving towards what is possibly Blink. He's advancing his tech. He's not just getting stuck on what is a weird gateway all in.
I am pretty much certain that he's gonna fly out and block off the ramp and do something funny with it. For some odd reason.
No, it's one of the only reasons to go for a Warp Prism like this. I mean, if you're going to take it for frontline reinforcements, you've already got 6 sentries down because you're moving out. It makes absolute sense. Yeah.
And Soulkey's expecting this. Why he's parking the Lings up in the upper ramp.
The problem is that, like, just putting the Lings here doesn't automatically shut this down, though, because if Rain sees this all, like, the entire army of the main, he just drops in the natural and force fields there instead. He actually is going to distract with some Zealots. This is a cool move. There's no Overlords on the way to see this, so as the Zealots walk upwards, they'll draw the Lings down, and now the sentries. Okay, Soulkey almost fell for it. Soulkey almost fell for it. Same deal, though. Force field the ramp one way or the other.
Jump. Oh,
nice
great pickup.
Yeah, last second, too. And not wanting to leave this on the ground too long, just long enough to get a force field out by the looks of it. Roaches are going to pop in just a moment's time. He's trying to chase this Queen down, but quite frankly, he's wasting a lot of time. Roaches are going to kill that sentry, and there's no more force fields available.
And it's really well defended.
Yeah, it looks like the Zealots that went towards this base didn't really get a lot done. They're now just heading back, so I guess they chased the Queen off or something like auto attack. But yeah, Soulkey will defend his natural base. He's going to take a couple of losses for this, and some drones died, but I mean, ultimately, this was a move from Rain that can be game-ending, but it wasn't. If you guys haven't seen Arthur play, by the way, Arthur's a player who's probably the best at this sort of tactic. Despite not being perhaps the best protest player, period, he is one of the best cheesers out there.
Hey, it's a style. Some people hate Arthur for it, but I
actually love Arthur for it.
Because I help Arthur for a lot of stuff, but really I think I like it. I like that kind of more interesting, innovative builds.
I do too. I know a lot of people write off the cheeses, but Arthur is seriously one of my favorite Protoss players to watch. I'm not a pro player, so I can definitely understand people hating playing against them, especially Zergs. But yeah, again, this is something for Rain where it's going back for round 2 with the sentries, and it's not like it's over yet, but it does get more and more difficult to pull off as Hydralisks, as Roaches, and as these other units that are more efficient start getting into play. Now he does establish the third too while this goes on, and no probes.
It's a very interesting SimCity.
He's like, I forgot my second pylon. Whoops. But there's no probes coming up behind this, so for now this is kind of like a pseudo fake third. Like, he's not really going to make use of this just yet. He's looking to go for this big attack at the third of his opponents, and I guess the logic is if he knocks his opponent's third down, he can greatly use his own. And there's a lot of force fields, and when you and Zombergub kind of told me to shut up earlier, one of the big points I was trying to make is what's going to come down now, where you can use this hatchery as one giant force field. So you don't need that many to actually segment off an entire army. It's very difficult for Soulkey to take a proper fight against Rain.
Sentry has so many energy.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy. Nothing was baited out earlier. We got nothing being used on the top half of this. Hell, he might even get the infestation pit if he wants to really invest in this. Kill the hatchery last, go for the infestation pit first. But Hydralisks are, of course, going to get in range of some of this. And Rain is starting to trade this out. We've got Blink Stalkers still going to be able to retain a lot of this. Mothership, of course, supposed to be the exit strategy, though. He's going to lose this on the front lines. No recall available, which means these sentries have no escape.
I don't think Rain even needs exit strategy.
Yeah,
that's why he's forward Blink.
Blink forward like that, you know you're feeling confident when. GG is going to be called, and Rain will take game number 1 here in the winners match.
This is very, very not ordinary from what's his